what is important is that this relation with Ethiopia is for France unique on the African continent, and this is the oldest diplomatic relation we have on the African continent. And we have decided to celebrate every month one different aspect of this relation. So the idea is not only to be in the past, to have a historical démarche, but to celebrate the very strong ties, the long-standing relation that has been built over the past 125 years in order to plan together for the future and to agree on common project for the future. So this is the symbol of the logo you see behind me, that we have very solid roots that allow us to grow ambitious project and to have strong branches. So we work on the many subjects that are at the core of the bilateral relation. And this relation has always had a very important cultural component. So we work on education, higher education, also technology, the French language in Ethiopia. But we will also celebrate other aspects. So our common fight against fascism in the Second World War, and a common fight for multilateral system. And so one month will be dedicated to one theme. As a friend and a long-standing partner, we were very sensitive to the suffering of too many Ethiopians. And as a friend, we must express a very concrete solidarity in time of crisis. So there are two aspects. First, the emergency, for which we support humanitarian assistance for all Ethiopians affected by the crisis, which means Ethiopians affected by the crisis in the north, and we'll have a humanitarian project in Amara region, Afar region, and Tigray, with the ICRC, so the International Red Cross Committee. But we'll also address the situation of drought in the south. But we wish to go beyond this humanitarian action, and that's why we are working, for instance, on the rehabilitation of the Dessier hospital, which has been destroyed. We had the team in Dessier last week. And as for the drought, we wish to implement a project to strengthen the food security beyond the humanitarian crisis. For humanitarian action and for the first 6 months of this year, 2022, we have allocated 10 million euro. And for rehabilitation and food security, we have a first allocation also of 10 million euro, but that could go beyond. We're discussing with the Ethiopian authority about the global reconstruction plan. And I think that all the friends of Ethiopia must mobilize their resources to support the peaceful resolution of the conflict, and this includes effort for rehabilitation and reconstruction. We salute and encourage these measures. We have always said since the beginning of the crisis that this crisis could not find a lasting solution through military means, so there is no military solution to this crisis. And last June, when the government proclaimed a unilateral ceasefire, we already expressed support to this initiative, and now we consider that the measures taken to pave the way for a peaceful solution, a negotiated solution, must be supported. So that's also why we are supporting the initiative of a national inclusive dialogue that was needed even before the crisis in the north. There are many complex challenges that the Ethiopians know better than us. So this dialogue is for the Ethiopian to conduct and to organize. They know much better than us what is needed for Ethiopia, but we stand ready to support if the government or any other actors to the dialogue deem it necessary. We are fully aware of the contribution of Ethiopia to the peace in the region. That was the case for the political crisis in Sudan in 2019. That's also the case for the Ethiopian contribution to the fight against Al-Shabaab. We also know that Ethiopia is the 5th largest troop contributing country to peacekeeping operations. So this is important. And we hope that a sustainable, lasting peace in Ethiopia will allow the Ethiopian government to resume its active contribution to the peace in the region and on the continent. in close association with the Ethiopian embassy in France, we present the potential of growth of the Ethiopian economy, and this is one of the largest potential on the African continent. But we also organize contact between French company and Ethiopian company. We have several priorities, and you will see in the days and weeks to come some projects being launched. So that's the case of the field of energy, especially the geothermal electricity production. That's the case for the logistics sector, and that's also the case for agribusiness. We are fully in line with the strategy of the Ethiopian government, substitution to import, and the most recent French investment in Ethiopia was precisely dedicated to substitution to import.